moving ahead with a new tool to bring to you. But while we start, we have amongst us a very eminent speaker and a very eminent person, Miss Natasha Majumdar. And it's my privilege to introduce her. Natasha Majumdar has been the India Network representative for Amphori, Trade with Purpose, since 2016. She has a rich background in the area of sustainability. During her 7 years in the financial services sector with Bloomberg, a very well known brand in the finance sector, Natasha was working in Singapore and she built Bloomberg's sustainability database across environmental, social, and governance parameters. She created a very good history of dedicated leadership and commitment to the company. Thereafter, she co founded her own social compliance consultancy. Her skills in the area of compliance across health and safety, compensation and benefits, occupational hazards, fire safety, child labor, bonded labor, and gender equality, amongst others, are valuable in her current responsibilities at Amphori. With a belief that education is the key, Natasha firmly has been engaged in training and capacity building efforts, which engage planning, delivery, development, amongst others, from the age of good many decades, right from the age of 20. We bring her in to share her thoughts, to share her experiences right from Singapore, which she has created a platform in which people yet look up to her. And we are here to hear from right from Natasha, the horse's mouth, how what does she think about this online or e-learning creative tools in which the nation can be built strongly and we can even reach on international frontiers. So right over to Natasha. Natasha Majumdar, it's my pleasure to have you amongst us to address the whole gathering, which is a national, international level flipped classroom and blended learning skill development workshop at an international level for the educators. Over to Natasha.
Thank you so much, Dr. Makar. It's a real pleasure to be here today and to also speak with everyone that has joined in from their respective homes. So I know that you're really going to be going into, learning various tools as you progress with the session, but I will take a few minutes of your time at the outset to share some perspective on education learning and what today's environment really offers in the area of skill development. And skill development can be anything, right? It doesn't have to be just at the age of 4 or 10 or 14 or 18, but learning is a lifetime exercise. So keeping that fundamental principle in mind where, learning is something that never stops and we learn literally till the day that we die, there are always immense tools that are available to us to learn. And it's always been the case, even pre-computerization days, it was, whether it was song and folklore or it was the TV and the radio, as we were in the last decade of the 1900s, and the newspapers, magazines. Education has always been a result of curiosity and something that has driven man in progress, whatever the learning curve may have been for any individual. Today's world has slightly changed. And when we speak about it, we all think of, COVID-19, but COVID-19 is one catalyst in a way to the changes that, this society has already been on the brink of. Artificial intelligence is something that has been researched for the last decades now, and there has been immense amount of progress in this field. But interestingly, these few months and this year, 2020, actually accelerates or facilitates AI to a whole new level. It accelerates the pace of AI in our lives as never imagined before. And this is something we will actually see as we step into 2021 and furthermore into the decade. But as that's part of artificial intelligence, what is it that we can really look at immediately in our realm, and how do we leverage the tools that are available? And in this arena, digital learning is actually a tool that is now very well developed for almost a decade, I would say, and perhaps even prior. But really, the last few years have seen a lot of development of technology for learning, whether it is learning through video games for kids. Today, children are learning, toddlers. I have a nephew, and watching him through his toddler years, I did watch how he would learn through what he saw on the screen. And sadly, that is the truth, of the generation today, that even if we don't want them to be using screen time, they are going to be using screen time. They are already using screen time. Before he could read or write, he knew how to click on the icons that would take him to the app that he wanted to use for that moment. So it didn't even matter reading or writing. It was recognition, it was cognitive skills that already taught him how to navigate through a phone or an iPod or iPad or a computer. But that's what's really lying ahead. Today education can be digitalized to well, I before I complete my sentence, I will say I am a fan and a big believer also of the human contact. So what a teacher can teach when the teacher is in front of you face to face in the same physical realm as you, can have a different impact than what technology does. That is also the fact that we're social human animals, and social human contact makes a difference. But that said and done, leveraging what is available, okay, facilitates the learning experience. And coming back then to the aspect that, children today are already savvy with tools, that we perhaps saw only in our late teens, or, basically decades into life, they see in their first few years. And knowing that, okay, to leverage that opportunity to teach via that screen is important, because otherwise the mind can learn anything that it comes across. But to have useful digitalized tools for learning actually are a fabulous way to take the child to a senior through a learning curve. LMS, learning management systems, today there are a large number of LMSs available across the industry to actually facilitate the learning experience, right from webinars which are a very preliminary introductory tool to just create the preliminary awareness, to e-learnings, which are modules, which could be an ideal module of e-learning is 45 minutes. That's the best attention span you have of somebody on a digital platform. To longer courses, which are multiple e-learnings, and then eventually also taking quizzes and exams over the digital platform. All of this has already been developed into a comprehensive system for the world today. And there are a large number of LMSs. SAP does develop, also LMSs that can be subscribed to or purchased for use at a larger scale, depending upon the objective. But today, organizations are moving to, digital learning for all their employees, age no bar, because that's the key way of continuous learning, and continuous learning is important. And it's also a very it's a way of self-learning. So I could sit at home, and if it's 11:30 p.m., post everything that I've done for the day, I could spend an hour to read or to learn. And these digital platforms are in a way customizable to self-time. So I'm not going to take in too much more, but I do want to leave you with the thought that times change, progress is subjective to what we as humans decide to do with the tools available to us. So even all the more in today's time when social distancing is mandatory, we're not really meeting, we're not able to go to a classroom and even interact in a classroom. The world has brought us to that brink today. So in this time, all the more, digitalization and digital learning is a tool that can be leveraged to, well, the sky is the limit in leveraging this tool right now. So I will wish all of you the very best as you actually take yourself through this journey. And I will only leave you with all the experience that I have had in the last 10 years has taught me that education is very, very important, and it is something that never stops. Thank you so much. Back over to you, Dr. Makar.
Hi. Thank you, Natasha. That was a very, very engaging thought and so much in sync what we have been trying to work towards through our MakkSkills. You rightly touched upon the various facets and education being the key factor. And as you rightly said, the changing times, and we need to adapt to changing times, and e-learning and e-learning tools. When even a small kid who before starts learning and talking perhaps knows how to swipe through the tab. So absolutely upset, and I'm sure your words would leave a ringing message in everyone's heart, including me, that yes, path forward is to continuous learning, and education is till we say, oh, I'm open to learning till the day I fall. So thank you so much, Natasha. Your rich experience, your rich thoughts from your work, right from when you have been such a leader in Singapore. We remember you from those days, and you have been such a change maker. We really respect the work that you have brought forward to the industry. And thank you for having joined us and shared your perspectives. Thank you, and have a good and safe day. Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you so much. I
Over to
wish all of you
everyone
a
with
wonderful day ahead.
pleasure, Natasha. Thank you once again. Um, a very good afternoon to one and all. Moving on from the lovely words ringing the truth, you all, and we agree to the fact, and that's what we are here already. We're already on the steps with Natasha, so rightly pointed out. And I must tell you, Natasha has been a change maker, bringing the financial services of Bloomberg, Singapore, where she has been posted for good many years. She became a head of the division from Singapore in one of the sector departments, and she has a whole lot to her credit. I can't explain to you the initiatives that she took that got the whole team to dedicate her. At that time, she was quite young as well, but age is no number. So whether you are 25 or whether you are 58, age is no number, especially in the field of education. We can keep getting educated till we really say, I know all. And do we really know all? I wonder. Okay, so moving on to today's topic of discussion and learning and development, we are here to look into few new things. And today I'm going to walk you through with me into understanding how a little about grading is done. We are going to look into Google Classroom, but we are going to look into few aspects of Google Classroom, which is going to touch on the grading system, how when we give assignments, I'm going to also show you how you give assignments, a bit of that, and then how the grading can be created over there and how the student can see. And then that being a small part, right from there, we're going to jump to understanding how we can create quizzes in Google Classroom. As Natasha rightly pointed out, LMS. Google Classroom is also a learning management system amongst many other online tools. So how you can create a quiz which could be a test in itself through the as an assignment, which could be time graded, date graded, scheduled, and then through that quiz, how you can move on and give a certificate to your participant or your student. We are going to stitch all these three thoughts together through Google Classroom and understand when we adopt this LMS, learning management system, in Google Classroom, how after giving the assignment we grade them. From there, one of the another one factor is how we can give a quiz, which, as I said, repeat, can be a test. And then after the student delivers a test, how you can straight away give a certification to them. So when tomorrow in your school, in your colleges, or in your parallel self-generated classes, which I hope you all are going to start, I really look forward to each one of you doing that. We are going to adopt them and make them join and enroll them in either Edmodo or Google Classroom or any of the platform that you may be comfortable as a learning management system. So then the student has enrolled, you give assignments, you give things, you also need to give a certificate at the end of the day. So what we are going to track is through Google Classroom how you can automate that. So the whole is what Natasha also mentioned, artificial intelligence. We are talking automation. So how the automation or the artificial intelligence can work for our benefit for the education field through LMS, assign, grade, certificate. That's a lovely world at the tap of a button. Just few buttons here and there. We just need to understand those buttons, and you can have a full functional class, school, college, tutorial sections operating out of home at your ease, at your convenience, at your students' convenience. So starting now. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to ask you to do that, those who are working with me. And you can definitely do it over the phone. But Google Classroom is completely functional on the phone. But right now I am on the laptop, and whoever wants to go through the class through the laptop, the desktop, mobile are free to do that. So sharing screen right now. All right. And I'm entering my I'm entering my I've just opened my desktop and I'm going to tab on the URL, go to Google, Safari, Chrome, whichever, and I'm going to bring you for Google Classroom. What you need to do is I'm just going to briefly talk on Google Classroom because right now the session is not on Google, but the aspects of Google. You need to be have signed on Gmail, right? After you have signed on the Gmail, let me show you if I am here on my Gmail. Here on the right hand side, just a second, let me get you my spotlight so you can trace me better. Yeah. So on my right hand side, you will see if you're signed in Gmail, because Google Classroom is a product of Google. So on the right, you see these 9 dots, tick them open, right? So, and when you tick them open, there are so many apps available over here through Google. I'll just look them down in 1 second. Identify the Google Classroom, and where is mine? Here. This is the icon of Google Classroom. Tap it and it will open for you. Another way to open also is you can go directly through the Chrome and open it, download the app, and you can do that on your phone as well. So there are a couple of ways that you can use it. But definitely you need to be a Gmail user to have this full functional app, which is very, very comfortable learning system, one of the very good systems among many others which are also available. So right, I'm here. I'm into my Google Classroom. So as you can see, I have many classes online. I truly operate in a very good way, in a very big way. From 2017, I adopted Google Classroom. And you can see these are the various classrooms. And this is my first class, which I had 2017, and which was the first year of the junior class, the first year student of the university. Here on the right, the third year of the 2017 batch again. So I was teaching a couple of batches, and again the second year. So I had all the three classes over here: the SY semester 3, FY semester 1 2017, and fifth semester. So the first year, second year, third year university students that I was teaching from 17, 18 when I started with Google Classroom. So let's get you up to into my recent class, and I'm going to take you into MAPR class right here. This is one of my recent last before we went into COVID-19 lockdown. This was one of the ones that I was doing. It is a master's class, master program, and the master program is MA in public relations that I have been indulging and teaching the university students. So this is, and we had limited batches because we are talking about research and public relations. So they were, for this batch, 7 students, and another batch had 47 because that was social sciences class. So I'm going to take you into this. So this is the class. You will come into one of your own classes. You create their system that you create. But since I'm not touching on that, I'm going to touch into taking assignments and quickly looking into this. So when we look into this, you see here There on top of this, you see stream, four sectors written: stream, classroom, people, and grades, right? So stream is what the class we are in and the syllabus and all the details that we share, and the stream, the whole class setup we create. Classwork is the assignment that we submit to the students, and then they also send us back to us for us to assess. People are the students that we enroll or the teachers that we enroll. I'll just quickly open for one second each one of them and show you. And finally, these are the grades that we are going to quickly look at how you assess them and how the grades are visible. So when you come on the stream with the page interface of Google Classroom that I'm currently in, so you can, this is the code, you take the many other code. I'm just going to give a very brief of this because our main session is not teaching the full sector of Google Classroom, but the main factor. So enroll the students, enroll the teachers, your guest teacher. You could have 5 subjects and 5 classes for this particular subject. This is the code that you generate, and there are other words also. You enroll the students, send the code to them through email, WhatsApp, Google Groups, and whatever that you prefer. So they get enrolled, and then you start. If I show you here quickly, these are the students. You can enroll students, you can enroll teachers. You want more teachers to teach the similar subject or guest teachers, you similarly send them the code. You click on this, you can get invite teachers. You send the code over there on their name and email, and they get invited. Likewise, if your college office, or if you, as you have started your own classes, you have students whom you like to send this information that you're starting classes, and you have their email IDs perhaps already, then you can click on this, and you can also do this while sending them code on the groups and all. So brief that was on this. Here I have my 7 students. You can see all of them enrolled over here. Moving back, we are going back to stream, and I'm going to talk about, um, just a second. All right. Is there you or some people have raised their hands? If there are questions, they can probably leave it for me to relook at them later. I will to come at that a little moment later, because otherwise we will be spending time doing just this. So back to here, annotate and spotlight, and here. So here we are to give them assignments. We are going to look at assignments so that we can grade them. So here when we give them classwork, you can see the various 3 assignments I've already given them. You can, when you open this classwork, these are the 3 assignments that I have given them. So unit work, that was assignment 1, assignment 3, unit work and critique of the theory, right? And you can see I've given a due date when I gave them in October 31st. Then I gave them 6 questions to be done well and submitted. That was assignment 2. I'll show the instruction which I gave on October 5th. The dates are also mentioned. And then which I gave them 15 questions to be done as assignment 1 as a part of the various assignment that I've done. So if you're looking at this, I take you back to stream also to look at the same thing. If I do this view all on the left side, you can see my class has opened over here, and again all the 3 assignments in a nutshell get together. So assignment 1 first, research updated questionnaire I had given them, and which was supposed to be given, the due date of submission was September 10th. And if you see, there were 7 students and all have turned in. Turned in a specific terminology is used when students submit back their assignments to you. So you give assignments, students submit back, they turn in, right? Then you see assignment 2 to be posted by all students as details on given on. Let me just quickly click on the first assignment, and here it is opening to it is. And up here you can see if I give instructions, what were the instructions I had given? Quickly look over here. The assignment name was Research Updated Questionnaire 2019. I had given marks to them for them to get graded. So there are 2 things to look over here. You can give 2 sorts of assignments. Some can be graded and some can be non-graded. When you don't assign points to grade, they go as ungraded. That you're just done as a learning practice session and you don't give grade. But when you are going to grade them, then you have to put the marks 30, 20, 50, 100, depends on the quantum of work that you are asking them. And if you see, these 3 dots are very important. 3 dots tell us what we can do. I can want to edit. I suddenly think 30 points is too much. Probably I want to bring it to 10 points. I can change I edit it, and I can probably change the number of marks that I want to assign. When the moment I click on that edit, This is the page, the whole assignment page has opened. Research questionnaire, instructions. What are the instructions? I quickly read it for you. You can also read it for you. Also do your research well for each question. Ensure you write bibliography, Word document to be sent as assignments. Late and poor quality submissions run the risk of dropping marks. Very important. We as educators, I'm sure we indulge in these factors when we ensure they give us a quality work and definitely not give a late work. If they do, then the grades change. Right side, please look. All students. What is all students? I've got as many students, 7 students. In some classes I have 147, some classes I have 50. Let me say I want to give one assignment to 5 students, 2 assignments to other 2 students. I can pick and choose that. Okay. One. And then what also it tells me grade, how much grade category I want to give them. So I've given them 30 points. I can choose to, let me take ungraded, and you can definitely have an ungraded, no points, which is just a learning practice and a understanding concept you're giving, and you can keep it ungraded, no problem. But what you can definitely do is, the name is assignment research. When is the submission date for the grading to be completed? And when you tick on this due date here, the submission date can come. It can give you a time, an option when I want to do it. It can also tell me what time I want to do it. By September 10th, 2019-50. Let me show you. If when I say I take the date, when I don't want to grade them, I can probably also say no due date. That's a choice I have. So let me tell you how we can put the due date. Look here, this I just tapped it and the calendar opens, right? The calendar opened and this is June 2020. So assignment, if I'm giving today to you on 10, like we do after every session that we conduct, and we tell you by 11 you are supposed to turn it in or submit. That's just a terminology. Turn it in a submission. So I can say 10th June I'm giving. Time, I can say by next tomorrow morning, 10th June I'm giving. The due date is, sorry, 10th I'll be giving. The due date is 11 June, the submission or the turn in. And the time I can put at 11:15 or whatever time. I can say 2 p.m., whatever that I would like to choose to. So you can have a choice. When would you want to assign a date and time when they submit, right? So these are very important aspects in a grading concept, because only when they give the submission by given time, 30 points is right. If they give you, as I mentioned here later, you can tell them either 2 marks or 4 marks or as many marks per day will get deducted, and you have to inform them in this instruction note for every given assignment. So here, as you see, I've uploaded a Word file, research in PR. I uploaded it, I added it, and from my drive I had added it, or from my file, wherever. That's where you do it. Since we are talking only of grading, I will not spend too much time. But just a quick note: you can send a link, YouTube link. You can send a file. You can send a YouTube video. You can send from Google Drive. Here, creators shows us docs, slides, sheets, drawings, forms, anything that you can send. And I'm going to come back on forms very soon because we are doing the quiz. So here is what the grading. After you have done all these things, don't forget one thing. For this to be sent to the student, you need to save it. See here, on the right hand side, there's a save tab. Unless you don't save, this is only for you as a person who created and never save, and it will be a futile attempt. Okay. So that I just save it quickly over here. It gets saved, and then after I do that, it will be sent to all my students because they're enrolled in the class. Every day they have to look at this thing when the classes is on. They see that ma'am has given, the student has done it. Now, if I show you the student work, so when I send it to my students, they submit it. And when they submit, now I'm talking specifically of grading and for this particular assignment. So here's my student work. How did I go to student work? Let me repeat it back for you. I go back to my class. I'm repeating the work from you. Stream, we created, we showed the assignments. Quickly look at this. These are 3 assignments that I've given to the students, right? And assignment 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take you to assignment 1. Then we look at assignment 2. Classwork is where we see again the 3 assignments given, and already the details have been shared on the topic on the right side here. All details come, and then we go to people, and here are my students, people who have done it. And then when we go into grades, I can quickly look at All the three assignments, they have been graded over here. This is the final look of the grading system, right? All the three assignments, one was out of 50, one out of 20, one out of 30. But if you want to look specific assignment, how do I have to do it? Then I just click on this. I've just gone on the first assignment, um, and I've given them assignment 3 unit work. And here, when my students submitted, and when they submitted, look here, turned in. These all students have turned in, and their work is shown in this space. All the students who submitted. And beautiful to note over here is, it will tell me if it has submitted it after the due date. See over here, this Elizabeth, this particular student is written turned in late. So the date which I had assigned to them for this particular assignment, this person has given or submitted or turned in later than the fixed date. This student turned in right at the good time, turned in late, turned in. So it gives us very clarity of thought when I tell you what all things to look in. Again, turned in late. The next student turned in. So all the 7 students, all they could be 40 students, and you get all the details over here. There could be 2 students, you get all the details. Assignment given, what have they given? It's uploaded over here through them, and they give us the date. So when based on this, I tick it, I read it, I assess it. Now, the beautiful part of Google Classroom is, since it is also available on your laptop, desktop, tabs, or phone, so whenever you are traveling back and fro from your school, college, or whichever place, and you want to assess it, you've gone to a through your phone, you can open this and assess the student's assignment. And while you're reading through it here, you can scroll it down and see the whole assignment is given over here to me for me to check with the bibliography, with all the details. Everything has been listed over here for me as a teacher, as an educator, to assess at my convenience late, which is the Google Classroom told me. So maybe I wanted to give 35 to them, and the child has given me 3 days late. So I told them in my instruction the marks will be cut. So unfortunately, the child gets only 30. Maybe she deserves 35. Howsoever, whatever your instructions are, you can do that. And when we see the private comments, what is this? So based on the assignment, if I want to give a comment to the child, I can write to her, dear student, you have done well. Please make sure the research on data analysis is also on statistical measures. So you want to give whatever comment on that particular assignment, but you don't want to put it in the class. So this is a private comment based on the assignment that you assessed at your piece, and you can do that. I'm going to repeat the whole thing for you once again, and you can, but after doing it, you post it. So when the student comes on the Google Classroom, because the class is then, she or he can read the comment given only to them, and the class obviously doesn't get to read. Going up, and the grades are assigned over here, and you can change total point. Maybe she sends a redo. You also have a choice to tell the student to send a redo, right? Here, look up, return. On the right hand side, please go up, return. You feel the student hasn't put in the best effort, and you want to grade them. The grade is coming pretty low, and but the student has the capacity or potential to do even better. So you say, you do this, and you say, you hit the button return. And when you say return, what it says, return work to one student. Student will be notified and can check any grade you have left and ask to redo. When you return it, that means the student has an indication that when you given this comment, redo the work and resubmit, and you can regrade. So maybe when the assignment comes it again, maybe the grade from 30 can go to, sorry, and comes it in good time, right? Now it goes to 40, 50, right? So here is the grading system for all of you to look at, do it at your piece, have the student resubmit if you think you have the time. I'll show you in one of the assignments I gave them extra time also to, because they got a little delayed, and I said okay, the date has been extended, send them as a notice on the Google Classroom, and then they submit it. So this is how the grading for each student can be done. And you see over here on the right and left hand side, the child student name is here. The marks have been assigned. Now the updated 40 out of 50. Earlier it was 30 out of 50. So maybe when the new assignment comes in, you can do that. Right now I'm going back to 30. What was her original original grade, because that's fair enough for me to do that. Okay. So this is how we do that. I've not returned it because I'm not returning it, but you have the possibility of returning and asking for a redo. Return this submission, return multiple submissions. So you can ask them all the assignments, please redo again to all the students on one particular student. The Google Classroom is amazing in giving a lot of facilities to you as an educator. Going back to my classwork again, let me show you where I have given them extra work to be done. For 15 questions. Okay, this is, I think I showed you. So 6 questions. Yeah. As you see, those who turn in assignment late than the given deadline will be graded 2 marks less for the work. So very specific assignment you have to be given, because you can't change the instructions later. So you have to be very sure. Initially only you put in. So I gave, I extended the date, like here, to be posted by all students at details given in my master's public relation class group. Extension of last date, earlier being 28th September, is now 5th October. So you can choose to do that. Would you think they need extra time? Somebody requests, or you on your own, you can think you can do that. And on this also, you see, all the students have now submitted, everybody on time. Fantastic, except one. This one student, because she was uh, busy for some work. So all the 6 students have turned in late, and turned in, and they have here the marks are. This is the grading marks, right? For this particular assignment, which is graded at 20 points. So you saw the 50 assignments point, 30 assignment, and this is 20 assignments for the year, the work that we give to the student. Every student has been, after I tick them, I can read their work. Let's see, let me open this child's work, the student's work. They are all master class students, and she's got 46 out of 20, one of the bright kids of the class. So right here, she's discussing the different type of relationships of variables, the research, and all the details she shared with me over here. Good assignment she has done. So well, I gave her 46 marks, and also given the fact that she gave it on time, and so on and so forth. So her name, her marks, the assignment number 2. So every student, when you give them 1, 3, 5, 6, it tells which assignment it is, the name of the assignment, the marking, the private grade, the comment, and so on, and whether you want to return one or all. So that's how the grading works over here. Quickly looking at the classroom. So these are the 3 assignments. Now let us look at the collective. Uh, as a report card, we want to put all the grades in one report card and see overall how they have done in the each of the assignments, but put collectively. I go quickly to the grades. I hope you all are with me. Grades I'm going to right side up, and when we open grades, right here you see all the 3 assignments which I graded them right from September till the December. I was grading them, and in the end later, of course, they were into exams, and then the lockdown, and we could not continue our classes. There were another 2 assignments to come up, but right now university has given a break. So 50 marked out of 50, marked out of 20, marked out of 30, total 100 marks. There were 3 assignments, and each one of the marks have been connected over here as a report card. And as they more come, they can be collected together, and you can give 6, 5, 2, 1. You can give a YouTube link. You can give a the class name is here. You can over here, you want to see by first name who did it. The first name, you can set this by the first name, last name, and overall it can be brought. So there are a lot of factors which are very interesting analysis for the class. So this is what grades, and now we are quickly going to jump into, right? Very interesting factor, the quiz, which is again one of the assignments that you may choose to give as an assignment or as a test, marking test. So I'm going to look at this and through Google Classroom. We are going to walk through your phone, through your laptop, through your desktop, through your tab, any one of the platform that you choose. You are happy to do it. Let's do that. So bringing it in, I'm going to say view all again. This is, if I want to give some instruction, I want to say quiz test, share it with your class, test quiz coming up for all students to attend. Time limitation is there to be observed for the test. All right. So what I said, test quiz is coming up. This is a notice board or the bulletin board as we call for the Google Classroom. I showed you the private comments that you can send to particular individual students or based on their assignment. And this is a bulletin board which goes out to all the students of that particular class, MAPR that I'm talking about. So this is what we are doing. And you see the subject over here, research, MAPR class in public relation research. So I'm just, I put a bulletin board so everybody is ready to look into what are we going to get. So let's see. I'm going to walk you through. You have a choice over here, Google Drive link, YouTube, or this thing. If you have a ready quiz with you in your Google Drive, or you have the link of it ready, or you have a any of in the as a file it is ready. All that you need to do is you can take them to there and add that quiz to the work to the as an assignment, right? So that's one of the things that we are going to that you can do. You can keep your content ready, keep a quiz ready whenever, put it in your drive, keep the link ready, and just add it over here. Else, what you can what else you can do is hmm, what else we can do over here is, let me just go up and say I am okay. Right now I'm just going down and I'm adding this post. So I have to post it also. See the Google Classroom very clearly told me if you don't save it or post it, all the changes that the notice that you get will be discarded. So after putting the notice, I also need to set it to as a post over there. Now, after posting over there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say uh, people, and these are my students, classwork, just quickly taking you over here, and I'm going to say, I'm going to take you in the create. So when you hit the classwork, the 3 assignments that are given, and when you want to create more, which we are going to create right now. As I told you, when you wanted to add, if you have the link, you just add it over here. Going back again to show you. You could have just added over here in the link. Where did I show you? Over here. When you said this, here. You can add it over here in view all, but right now since you are going to create, we are going to classwork, 3 assignments also there. I'm coming up with the 4th assignment or the test choices all. Hit the button, create is over here. Hit it, tab it. Few drop down things come up: assignment, quiz assignment, or quiz test, question material. We've already given them lot of assignments, but now we are here to create the test. We hit the quiz assignment, and when we hit the tab as quiz assignment, you are up on this space. This page open for you. On the left, assignment, the title, we write over here, uh, test on. I'm going to create a quiz yesterday, which I mentioned also on test mode on cyber crime and security. my quiz is also going to be there. Instructions: ensure you attempt the test within the time limit. That is, or you can say, or the 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 link of test quiz will be will be disabled. You can put a date over here, right? When you say due date, you can put a date. So let me say which date I'm going to put. Maybe I'm going to say I'm going to check a date. If I'm giving a quiz today, I want the quiz back today itself by 10 of by on 10th. I'm giving the quiz on today, but I definitely I'm going to put a time since I'm going to create now. So I'll put a time, let's say by uh, 1 1:10 p.m. Since I'm going to create now, so or you want to give it later, you can even do it late. You can put it at 2 p.m. Whatever time that you want to give, you can say that. On 10th June only by 2 p.m. I want the quiz delivered back to me. I've already informed the students the quiz is coming up. I informed them a day before, and now there's a scheduled date is there. So quiz will be disabled, and the students are supposed to look up the time over there uh, by 10th June 2 p.m. So whatever the instructions are, ensure you put it up over here, right? And now this is an open Google form. As I said, I repeat this, if you have it ready, all that you need to do is add it over here. Simple work. Keep it ready in your content, in your link, add it. If not, we are going to walk through and create a quiz. So here the blank quiz is going to take us directly to the student format, to the Google form. But here, coming back over here, we want to give all students marks. We are not going to give a marks over here because the marks, either we can keep it ungraded or graded, whatever that we may want. So right now we are going to talk about 20 marks. Due when it is no category, we say yes. But once I assign over here, then the name will come. It will come as a test quiz category, and the topic is going to be create topic test quiz on cyber crime. Perfect. Done. We are ready. Topic is there, time are there, we are giving to all, and we are doing it assigned. So it's for everyone is going to go, right? Now let's do it. It's come over here. Okay, when I do this, I hit the, what did I do? You want me to repeat that? Let me show you. This came on the notice board, on the bulletin board of class. I created the topic. I said I gave them instructions, right? Till now, nobody has submitted. They've yet to submit it because the quiz has to be created. If you have it, you add it. And then this blank quiz is there. So now to create it, I just quickly do over there. I right now have hit the button assign because I wanted to show you. Ideally, after the quiz has been created, then you will hit the button assign because the quiz should be ready for the students to start working on. So assign button after that. But I've done it to show you how it has to be done. Here we go on the blank quiz. We are in the Google Forms and we will look into that. So I'm going to take you back once again over there. And this was just a understanding how we do it when we have assigned the quiz. So let me go back to it and say stream and classwork. This is what is there. And I am now creating the quiz. Okay, this was just a practice thing what I showed you for. So if I want to change any date and time, the edit possibility is also there. Now I'm creating it, quiz assignment. Same thing you will fill up what I showed you. You will now fill up like this, create your quiz and then only assign. Okay, so I'm not doing that right now. I'm just taking you ahead in the journey. The step first was what you should have done. Yeah, we come on the Google form blank quiz. We are on the Google blank blank Google form has opened and we give the title on this. cyber crime and security, right? This is the title of thing. What is description? Then you can give a description, whatever you want to write. Ensure all questions are attempted, right? Observe time limit for the test. Okay. So here it is now. Now question one. So these are my instructions. This is a crime thing. If you want to write the class name, we can write the class name, batch number 2019 20 MAPR batch. So I've also added over there to specify which batch. And you always have the possibility of editing this. You want to use the same quiz for another class from maybe a third year, then you just edit over here as I showed you in the earlier editing. First question. I'm just going to write the first question. Give me a moment. What Just a second, I'm coming back to you. I hope you all also writing with me. What is cyber crime? I hope you all are writing with me. What is cyber crime? That's a question one. And you can put it as option one, morphing, morphing, phishing, phishing, phishing. Sorry, the spelling was wrong. Phishing, phishing, spamming, right? And you can choose more. You can add 4, 5 things or anything, or you can or scams, data loss, anything that you can write. What are the things? And here the multiple choice question. You can pick up any one of these options to let the student answer that, right? So we have the option whether we go on we can also write hacking over here. That's also another very important aspect of this. So we got over here. I say I want to do multiple choice, right? So you can do that and then go down, and there's a possibility of creating a required question. Is it a question required? It is a very much required. Open the tab. Answer points. How many points you want to give, right? So first answer, you can say first you do the click point. What is the right answer? You have to also give the key to the answer. So cybercrime is this also, this also, this also, and this also. All these things are right answer. So we need to give over here, let's say 4 points. For example, we can give 4 points, 5 points, 2 points, depend, and then click the button done. It's very important to do the cut button done to save what you have written. Okay. So we have done this and we have put it required. Here are the 3 dots. If you want to give more details on this, you can do that. If you can want to shuffle the order, let me show you. When somebody is answering, some kids, students could be sitting together in one classroom. When they are in a physical classroom, online, of course, they are in their own houses. We can definitely shuffle the option order. So one can go down and two can come up. The option shuffle also is there. Moving on. Give me a second, please. Then we go into the next question. For the next question, what do? We say plus, and the next question comes up. So we are here ready to make the second question. The second question can be, second question can be, how do you safeguard yourself? So the second question, let's write over there, cyber cyber crime or disadvantages. Let's say disadvantages of cyber crime, right? So we are talking about this here. We can talk also. There are many things. You can have a short answer. You can have paragraph answer. You can have a check boxes. Let's do check boxes. Okay. In check boxes, we can say it is violation of privacy, right? Second option could be it can cause data loss from big corporate corporate companies. So you can keep creating this thing answers. Then you can also have probably steal persons person's personal information for malicious activity. And then you can say all of above. And just to keep a little more confusion over there, one second, somebody has decided to annotate, and that's not allowed. Let me quickly take you. Just a second, I'm just getting the controls right over here. All right. So we come back over here, and then you can write more also. You want to choose it and your check boxes. So somebody has to check over here, or say all of the above, or one of the above, and so on. So when you put the answer key, I would say all of the above, and you can give a grading point of maybe again 4, right? You can put it as 4 as a grading point, and then say done. Very important to click the button done, and you say it a required question. Maybe some questions can be which are not required. Let's try that. Okay, here we go. Uh, uh, we say pro, to protect yourself from cyber crime, what are the measures you will take, right? You have probably put that, and you want to keep it as an optional question. You don't want to you don't want to have it a compulsory one. Maybe somebody has not done any of the choices, so you say answer key cannot be because it's a subjective question. So there has to be no answer question to this. You can't cancel it. Points, you can also choose not to keep points because this is an optional question. So you say okay, no points on this. Person people can do no points on this, so 0 points. And what you can do is choose not to have as a, uh, when we do this, we can say, just a second, we can say done. Okay. Now, when we say done, multiple choice, it was a paragraph answer. So we have to give it a paragraph. They can write a long answer text in this because here we have not given any pointers or choices, so they can long answer. And when you want to make it a optional question, then you just close this required tab. That means a person may or may not do this question, is their choice. Now let's say you can create 5, 6, 8, 10, as many questions over here. I'll create only one more, and then we'll go to the thing of the certification on this. So let's say if I have to do, if I just say I want to talk about which question I have to do, let's say short answer, right? Short answer question. They can be a drop down question. They can be when we have a drop down, let me show you how this drop down comes. Option one, tick any one of them. You can probably say any of these things to safeguard self from cyber crime. Okay, right? We cannot. We did all this drop down. Let's say now what else we can do. We can have a file upload. They can send us a file. We can also have a paragraph, short answer, or we can do a short answer. What we can do is change from change change your change your password often, right? Do you do do it? We are just saying. And short answer could be a yes or a no. They can write it yes as the answer key. What we can write over here, we can say we can either have a yes, or I can have a correct answer can be yes, right? And points can be 2 points, because this is an important question. We all know, to safeguard ourselves from our any cyber issues and crime on our digital world, we should keep changing our password, whether of our email accounts, our banking online apps, anything digital mode that we are operational on. Our passwords should be strong, not simple, and we should keep changing them as often. That's very important. So mark all other answers incorrect. We have a choice. So we have to, we say it is no, it is incorrect answer, because if we are talking about cybersecurity, that is thing. And we say done. And when we say done, we also make it a required question. So you saw the various kind of questions that we can do. Now, now let's look what else we can do. So this thing is ready, and your quiz is ready to be sent to your students. This is the responses that will come. Now we have connecting to the third part, that is giving them a certificate. And what did I tell you? Through the Google form, we've assessed, we created a test. Through the Google form, we have come over here. Now straight, whoever will attempt the test and pass the test as per our grading number will also get a certificate. And let's look how we do it. So what I'm going to show you is, go up, see these right three buttons. Okay, these right three buttons. I'm showing you right, up, three dots over here. Tap on them. And when they top, there's a drop down menu that comes up. Go down, you see something written as add-ons. Click on it, right? Three buttons, drop down menu, click on the add-ons. We are now looking at how to generate the certificate to be sent to a participant, the student. So when we went on the three tops, we clicked it, a drop down menu came up, it said add-ons. We tapped on this, and this is what opens up. This is a marketplace. We write over here in the search apps, we write an app called Certify. When the moment you write Certify, it opens up itself. Just tap on it. Here. Those who do not know about this app, I suggest take a photo, snapshot with your phone, to just remember this is what it should look like. Certify them. And when you tap it up, it opens up, and this is how it looks like. Over here it is written for me uninstall, because I have already installed it. For you, those who have not yet, it will read as install. Tap on the install. When you will tap it, within few moments, it will start coming on your Google form. It will attach, it will download over there. The word I can call it download. And when it's in the process, it will ask you which account you want to do. So you have to have a Gmail account. Maybe you have 3, 4 Gmail accounts. I at least have 20 Gmail accounts perhaps. So you can tell, this is the email account I want to join it with. You tap on it. And then when you do this, it will immediately click into that email account and ask you for permission. please say yes for the permissions so that it can get downloaded. Permissions meant if you say yes, then only it will get loaded on your Google account of the Gmail for Google Form, which is going back to your Google Classroom. So here, since I've already installed it, so I will go back to my form over here. Right, where is my form? Here, here. So when it gets installed, after doing the steps, it will get added yes to your Gmail account, whichever you want. You say yes to it, to all the permissions you give. Very safe it is, a Google product. So far, nobody has faced any problem. God forbid. Then you will see on the right this icon installed. This is the icon which says certify them is installed in your as an app in your Google Form, which is out of your Google Classroom. It is interconnected. We have seamlessly come into it. From Google Classroom to Google Form, we created a quiz, and now we are linking a quiz to the Google certificate app called Certify M. So this is the sign. Now we are ready to go into it and create and see the settings. We have to just tweak some settings, and we are ready to go to allow whoever a student will write this test and qualify with the grades will definitely get a certificate automatically. Let's see the magic unfold. I'm going to tap over here. Here it says certify them. Open it. The moment I open it, it has a drop down menu and says four things. Show certify them controls. And I tap on the first one. On the right hand side, please look at here. On the right hand side, you have some controls opening up of certify them. Okay. I hope you are all with me. I will repeat in the end also a few things for you, but just to move on. So this opens up over here. It says certification is on because I have put it on. For many of you who are downloading it now, it will say certification is off. Switch it off, turn it on. Unless that is not on, it will not link to your test to allow the certificate to be sent to your student. So turn out the certification. Records, yes, it is this record is coming. Passing percentage, very important. I have kept it 60%. You have a choice. It says right from 0 to 10 to as much percentage that you want to keep. You can see till 100% it is there. You can choose 50, 40, 30 as much. So let me say if I say 40%, it quickly says whichever student will do this test of quiz, which I have made from the Google Classroom, and they pass with 40% marks also, will automatically this app will send them a certificate on their email. You don't have to do anything. You have to just keep the settings ready, and that's what exactly we are doing. So passing marks 40%. I generally prefer 60%. So I'll go back to 60. A little high grade is required. 60 should be basic. So 60. Now template. Template is which kind of a certificate? Now the Certify M app shows us a lot of self-made, self-installed certificates are there. You can have a look. Let me just show you a few preview. I'm just showing a few. So these are the ready templates you can have. Ready. Okay. You just need to change their names and it can go. Many templates, at 8, 10 of them they said. But here, I prefer giving a personally made template. So we will go over there. And it also asks me, do you preview them send me a sample so I can see how it is. Or when you open this, it says use a custom template. And that's generally a good idea to do that. But you can use any one of them, get the name change done of the student, and that's good to go. I'm using a custom template because I want to teach you also how to do it. So here, custom template. When I say custom template, set up your own certificate. I open a select a new file. It's going to take me into this work. Okay. Now I need to show you that I need to have a certificate ready over here. And how do we do that? There's a one another step which I am going to bring you to it. So let's quickly jump to Google Drive to keep our setup ready. I'm taking you advanced settings and that giving you added information because I think value addition to every course must be given. So I'm going to take you to takes you over there to create a basic certificate ready. How you do this, I'm going to show you that. Let me quickly take you. I could have easily added a certificate and said that this is how go, but I personally believe not in doing a small work, but a proper good work. See, this is again, I'm going to my Gmail, opening my Gmail, going into my drive, the same email drive. I've entered my drive. My drive, when I do it, I say new, and it tells me when I open my drive, I say new. It opens for me many things, Google slide sheets. I click on Google Slides. What I'm doing you is giving one value addition, how to personalize the certificates. So I'm giving you one more add-on, which initially is a extra work, extra thing for your course, and I'm sure you will value that this work is being given. So go into your Google Slides through your drive, and when you come over here, it will say insert. Tap on the insert image, right? Image upload from computer. So basic image, whichever you have saved over there, a certificate, which also you can on a PowerPoint, on the Word PowerPoint, you can create an image, save it on your computer, which I have done. And I have these 5, 6, 8, 10 of them saved over here. And I'm going to take a basic one over here. Let me take like in creative perspectives. Okay, chalo, I'll do that. So this is a basic one. You can make this on a PowerPoint. Basic one, add if you have any logos to add, you can do that, write whatever content that you need to add. But how to personalize them, because you need to send it to students. This is what we are adding onto your work, adding onto your value additions. So after this has come over here, what did I do? Insert, added my slide here, stretch it to the full length, breadth of slide. I'm just stretching it right till here and till here. Getting it done, setting it right within the parameters of the Google slide. Yeah, that's it. Now I have all the details here, but I don't have the name, and this is what the value addition we are giving you over here of your course today. So how to get the name? You could have 20 students' names, you could have 500, 300. So let's see how to add their names personalized. So what we need to do is here, go up, and there's a text box over here, CT, tap on it. Tap on it, come down, and it creates a small bar, or a small bar is created in which you are going to write your students format, how to add the student's name. So I'm showing you how to do that. So when you do it, what I did, I went up the text, I tapped on it, did it over here, the place where I want the student's name to be integrated into the certificate, a bar opens up, and now to put the name, I follow a little procedure. I do these two brackets, right? I create these brackets and I write the name as name of student, 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 and close the bracket. Okay, so that's very important when you write the name of the student and close the student's name, and then you just highlight it and go up. You show it over here. What we are doing, we are going to align it so that it is in the center align, and you do center align. It comes over here, name of the student. But very careful, then you have these brackets if you want. Let me put other brackets. These are, I generally like that, and my name is good to go. With the center alignment and things like that is good to go, right? Next thing that you want to add can also be perhaps your college name. If you want to add, you can do that. And you can say over here, this is a bit low. You find if this is low, just take it a little up. Okay. So this is how we do it. And then we say, okay, we tap it again, get it on the edge of this, spread this, sorry. See, everything is gone. All right. We bring this back over here, and we bring this back over here, and we add, if we want to add the name of the college, we can add that. I'm going to leave it blank for you to allow you to consider whether you want to write the institute name, whether you want to write any more information about the student or the topic that you have had a concern, that the you want to write quiz has scored how many marks. So you can write over here, again over here, sorry. You can put in this whatever field. Let's say you have write marks, so you can write over the percentage marks, and you can leave it over here if you want that. If you want to write a name of the college, you can write that, and again close it with the bracket gone right here. So these are the few things I allow you are at your choice to do it. Many times you may choose only to give a name of the student. It is absolute choice, so I leave it off blank just to let you to understand you have a choice to do this or not to choose. Let's say this time we are keeping only the name of the student, and we can completely go that. But I personally like to add the name of the institute because I think that's important. But it's your over to you. So having said that, this is ready, and then you go back on file, and over here make a copy. And when you say make a copy, selected slide, you save it. So copy of the selected slide, we call it cyber crime, cybercrime uh, certificate or test certificate. Right now I picked up only test cyber crime certificate, right? It's ready. These details are ready. Where do I save it? It has to save only in your drive. That's very primarily important. Now you can't save it on your computer or anywhere. It has to be saved only in your drive. Tap your drive. When you tap this, a folder will open. Whichever folder you want to save it, you can do it. So maybe I will like to save it in uh, MAPR, right? My semester that class. So, and you can do this, select, and it gets saved over here. You say okay. So I got the slide out, only one slide as my certificate template. I chose the folder, and I now say okay, and it goes saved in my um, folder within the uh, within the drive. So if I have to show you, this is my drive. Let me show you, this is my folder, and here the certificate test, the slide. Always remember it's of yellow color. The slide is always of the yellow color. Okay. Now we quickly jump back to our certificate making that we were doing it. Okay, here we are. So we have created the slide. You can choose to do all the slide making before and save it in your drive. Remember, only in your drive, it picks up from your drive only. So I wanted to connect all these things, so I brought it now. But you can always keep your certificate ready, whichever it is. And now let's say we have said we are over here. I'll take you back. Here we were at the template, and now we are going to enter the template. We say custom template. The custom template here, this opens. I'm going to select my template of the certificate. I'm gone in my Google Drive. It opens to my Google Drive. Here, test cybercrime. It opens directly over there. There. I click it, highlight it, and I select it. It gets saved. Okay. So it is saved, and then you say save changes. If you do not do save changes, the certificate doesn't get created. And my dear friends, we are ready to go. We are almost done. We can now, the template is ready, the certificate is ready. Now we just go down and do advanced settings. So what is the advanced setting in the certificate template? Let's look at them. So when we open this, it is a message shown when the student receives it. What is the message is shown? Thank you for your submission. If you have passed, you will receive a printable certificate shortly. When this is shown, when the student submits your test quiz. So when he does that quiz, the a message comes up. If you pass it, you will soon receive a certificate. And then We can also write name of the sender, who is sending. You can write, if you are the professor, right now I am MakkSkills, so I've sent name of the sender as MakkSkills. Subject, if you have passed, congratulations, you have earned the certificate. That's my message. This is the thing. Contents, I can write over here, certificate for passing the test quiz with uh, with a good grade, right? If you want to do certificate BCC, all that can be done. Send email on attempt. That I would definitely not say. If you have failed, you can choose them to say an email will be sent to them that you have failed your exam. You can choose to do that, or you can just say, just add on to the work. You can probably say, students, only if you pass, you get an email. If you fail, then you do not get an email. But if you want them to attend, again, you can write, sorry, better luck next time. And you can probably add some message to them, certificate options, right? Send as a PDF, sensible always to send a PDF, share via email, that's how it is going to send. And then you go down and save changes. Very important, for every step you need to save changes. So I save changes. All right, it's just taking a half a second. We are all set. Our certificate template is ready. Our marks are ready at 60% only. My students, my partners only get it. Our quiz is ready. Now what? Now we just send this quiz to our students, to our participants. How do we send that? Right here, up, send, the send tab. Tap on it. The moment you say tap on it, what it opens is, it says send via email, link, or Facebook or Twitter. You have a choice to do that. So if I have the email, I can do that, or I can say a link. What I can do in the link, I can just tap on the link, a link opens up. This looks to be a long link. How do we make a short link out of it? Just say tap here, shorten URL, and suddenly a short link is created. And what you can do, if you are not sending it through your email, only the link, you can copy this link, right? You have copied the link, and then you can either put it on a Facebook. If you have a page of your Facebook which is saying MAPR class or your class, whichever class you're teaching, you can put the link. This is a link for the test quiz which has been posted on Google Classroom. Remember, we have walked through the Google Classroom, graded it. We have created a quiz from the Google Classroom on the Google form, and we have now created a certificate from the Google Classroom. And now we are sending the link through this whole seamless effort to our students by whichever mode. From WhatsApp group, you can copy this link and send them to WhatsApp group, through email, through Facebook, through Twitter. Choice is yours, right? You can do that. So once that is done, and then you can say, okay, copy, and it's gone. Okay, you just close it. And now it is gone. So the next step is, the student will receive the link. The student gets it in the email ID. Let me see here. Let me, if I say to this thing, I'm going to send to myself and show you. Right, and I'm going to tap send. It's gone to me. So if you have the email IDs of as many students or whoever you want to submit the give the link, or take a link, copy it, or put it on Facebook. If you have a Facebook page dedicated to your class, you have a choice of the world. And once the student attempts the link, you will and passes the quiz with 60% which you have written, a certificate is generated for them, and quickly they will get a certificate. Let me show you, if I have a certificate to show you, and let me show you the certificate, what it can look like. I'm showing you just one of the certificate of completion. This person did it in one of our other classes that we conducted. Based on the quiz, they did it and they got the certificate ready in my, and it is sent to them. So likewise, all the certificates will automatically, on attempting the quiz and passing with 60% marks, will be sent in your student's email ID. And how the email ID has come to you, because when they will write their name, You will also write their name and email ID in the Google form, and the Google form will link name, email ID of the quiz of the student, and you will send it to them. So that was about all today, seamlessly walking through Google Classroom, looking at the grading for our assignments, each assignment, collective assignments, all those things we looked into. Then we, through the Google Classroom, we created a test. We decided the quiz to be a test. From the Google Classroom, we added the we tapped on the ad, took it straight to the Google form, we created a quiz, we had leave a real name along with the quiz. Open two more tabs over there, a question name of the participant and your email ID, because based on that the certificate will go. So after the name and email has been added, you create the quiz, and then you create the certificate. To the certificate M, you downloaded it. We created the personalized slide. We gave you the value addition of how creating a personalized name certificate, and then you connect to the Google Drive. Bring either send the link to the email, Facebook, Twitter, Google Group, WhatsApp, choice is yours. Once the student receives the link, he attempts the link, the test, clear the test with 60%. As per me, 60, you can have 40, 50, 60, 80, whatever percentage. Clears it immediately within the next 5 minutes. The certificate self-delivered to their email ID. So that's the session for today. And I hope you all had a wonderful time learning, thinking, and understanding the technology for our best. Completely the technology for our best, how we can use it, the automation, the artificial intelligence, use it to our benefit and create situations in which none else but the world benefits, you benefit, all of us benefit, and you have the wonderful aspect of creating a class, LMS, to the Google Classroom, or Edmodo. We spoke about Edmodo 2 days. Tomorrow again we are having a Edmodo class, LMS class on Edmodo. You can see how it get created. Yesterday we did test mode. You created a complete test over there. Amazing tool. Google Classroom, through the LMS, through the assignments, grading, quiz test, certificate. We have created the whole setup for you. Now it's left to you. Use your creativity to your best, whichever subject that you might be teaching or you want to start teaching, yet more apart from your college and school that you are part of. Feel the world is at your level. Feel the world is at your in your hands, and you can create as much. So thank you so much for this lovely day. I hope you had a fantastic time learning, understanding the various new tools. And Dr. Ishad, thank you for being with us. Mohammed Suleiman, Mr. Agarwal, Kapilesh Agarwal, Mercy Joseph, Professor Mahmood, as always, thank you. You are a constant feature with us. Thank you so much. It really makes us feel very heartening. Prasad, Dr. Janak Kumar, Vinod Indulkar, Father Jerome, Pratima, Vithal Rajendra, Venugopal, Prasad Gokhale, Rekha Sharma, Vinod Ji, Jasmine, Nusrat, Aparna Sharma, Kishore Sanavne, all you lovely people, Atul, Bharti, Shrikant, Shine, Mary John, Susie. We have on this call Sunil Kushawar, Afshak, Rohini, Tanya, Purti, Kalika, Minakshi Kumari, Pushpa, Neelu Juneja, Matthias, all you lovely Dr. Dean, Mohammed, Pankaj Kumar, Kalyani. There's so many nice people who are already empowering themselves. And I feel so absolutely at privileged to see the world opening up to each one of you because you decided it. Dr. Romita Devi, Ashwati, Jasmine, Shoaib, you all have decided to ensure that in spite of the limitations which COVID-19 brought to us, which the new changing world order brought to us, we do not bow down, but we stand up and say, never die. But we will go ahead, irrespective of all the challenges, and you are already on the road, mapping it up and taking the way forward. Congratulations for being the winners because you truly are the winners. And thank you. Have a good and safe day. The assignment for the day will be sent very soon to you, maximum by 4 p.m. today. The test link will also be opened for all of you. tomorrow. We are not opening the test link today. The 3 days test link will be open tomorrow. Today, what I'm going to request all of you, please practice what you have done. Uh, Take the assignment. And when you do the assignment, look at the, if you want, you have already understood through the session, fantastic. Not, we are going to share the link of the video to you today. It's on the Google, it's on the YouTube. Look it up, run through it, actually go enter the Google Classroom, create your assignments, and probably have one or two friends send the assignment and they can send it back to you, grade them. Then through the Google Classroom, create your test. Then go to the quiz section, create your test. Then go to the certified, download it, do everything, all the steps that we did today. You get stuck, go back to the video, watch it one time, 10 times. It's yours. It's your property as much as it is ours. It's there for all of you to watch it. And after doing that, make a certificate, make a test quiz, and send that to us. That's what the assignment is going to come up today, which we are also going to send you, but I'm telling you uh, right now. And while you do that, I want also one thing to be done by each one of you. Pick up one important thing that you learned today from this. One important thing, either the grading or the making of the test to the quiz or the certified. But identify, just don't say, I like the quiz, I like the test. I want to see that you have actually learned. Pick up one good thing and make a, just write to us back. What is a good thing that you like? And when you do that, put it in the, when you're watching the video, the comment section is there. Write it in the comment, this with your name, of course, with your name and the college name. Tell me one good thing that you learned today and you were able to do it. I'll be very happy to read it. I would feel a sense of fulfillment that we could accomplish what we are trying to do, to endeavor to give the training. So in the comment section of the YouTube video which you will be watching for your assignment, we'll be sending the link. I want you to mention your name, your college name, and of course the state where you come from, and give me one thing that really made you feel, wow, I have learned this, I've understood how to do this, and I'm going to learn further more. And just let me read that, and I will be so delighted that yes, I could help and give a effective training to all of you. Meantime, thank you. We see you tomorrow for Edmodo session. Those of you want to have done it earlier are welcome to join it. For the repeat, the rest of this will be doing for the first time. Those who have joined from Monday, and you're welcome to run the session, hands-on training, blend classroom learning, and flip classroom training. Thank you. Safe day. Namaste.